everybody, welcome back to Atlantia. I am super excited to be back. I am super excited about this new skin. Check this out. Okay, well, now you can't see it. Thora made this new skin for me, and I am so stoked. It looks fantastic. Maybe you can see it in here. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll land here and you guys can check it out. Thora made this new skin for me. If you've been watching my hardcore episodes, you know she made one for hardcore, and I feel like that just, made me so much better of a hardcore player. So she also made this skin. So I've got this dark green hoodie, which I am super excited about. It's my favorite color. Ironically, my wife got me a dark green hoodie for Christmas as well. So I've got a real life hoodie. I've got a Minecraft hoodie. Very exciting. But after months of not being on the server, we got to figure out what we're going to do down here. Like, it's been forever, and partially because I just am really struggling with this. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run over to Bean and Thora's base because I need some inspiration, and then maybe we will check the mailbox, see if we got anything there, and see if we can't put some blocks down. So Bean and Thora have some amazing videos, some time lapses of their builds. I'll put a link in the description, as always, to their channel. If you have not checked them out, make sure you do that. But I'm just going to go over there and see if I can't get some inspiration, and then we'll make our way back over here, and we'll see if we can't get a little bit of a village started. Alright, so I went and visited Bean and Thora, got a little tour of all their new stuff, and I'm just on my way back here, and I thought I would... Hi, dude. Did somebody lose a stray? No, stray's the skeleton. What are these guys called? Husk. Anybody lose a husk? Ooh, I have mail. Alright, let's see what... What? No! Oh, I've been slowly gathering nautilus shells for... who did this? Who did that? Thank you! I don't know who put this here, but thank you! That's fantastic. Alright, so if you don't know, that's what we need to build a conduit, which will be super helpful. Alright, so we're back in our floating island area, kind of down underneath here, and... hello, goat. So... I just know I want to put some structures. I want some caves. I want to mess around with some lighting with the 1.18 that changed the lighting levels. It can now be much darker. So I'm just going to start putting down some wool. Nope, that's not a good spot for that. Let's try here. Yeah, and then we'll kind of build up from here and build a little cave entrance. And like there, something like this. Yeah. Okay, so I have laid out wool all over the place. So we've got our kind of maybe a cave entrance there, a cave entrance over here going like down underneath that tree. I think that could be really cool. And then some buildings. I've got like yellow and blue wool to mark out kind of where I want some of the buildings. There's another little cave area over here maybe. And just what I want is like the floating islands are like, we're just going to pretend this little yellow piece is not here. There we go. See? Nice blue structure. Yeah, yeah, ran out of blue wool. We're just gonna kind of try to tell a story of like the villagers originally lived up on the islands, or maybe the islands were down here, and something caused them to like break off and go up, like the ground raised up, and the villagers like took refuge underneath. So the idea being like this will be like ruins. But then, like, there's this islands that are floating and kind of magical and mystical, and so maybe we'll play around with that, either like going like a technology route where the villagers like have like some sort of like technology hidden under the surface, or maybe we'll go more a magic route. I haven't really decided. We'll see. Maybe today we'll actually come up with kind of a direction for that. So yeah, so that's kind of the general gist here. I want to get some buildings. The top level here will all feel kind of like ruined and stuff. But yeah, let's start putting some blocks down. So we'll start with some ruined, or the mossy cobblestone. I think this is probably going to be my primary block in this palette. Like, just going to have like an area here that goes down. Oh, that's how I did it. Okay, let's see. Get rid of this. And some stairs and slabs. Yeah, that works well. So the idea being that I want to be able to just walk in and out of these places kind of smoothly. I don't want it to, I want everything to be like gradually going up and down. There's lava down there. So I'm going to kind of play around with that. There's like a big old cave under here. I didn't even realize this was here. I apparently lit it up at some point, but it was covered up. And yeah, so we'll just kind of fill this in here. Okay, and then we've got maybe some spruce fence posts just to create a little bit better texture to this. I'm not good at this, all these, the like little details. I never really quite know where to put stuff. Maybe over here. I don't know. There. Yeah? I kind of like that. That's starting to look kind of good and ruined. Okay, so we're going to add some moss and some podzol down here. That's looking pretty good. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so I've filled this all out. I've kind of finished it up here. We've got slots for our villagers. So a whole bunch of slots here. And I think what I'm going to use is masons down here. This will kind of be a little bit of a... Oh, we got lighting up here. We'll have to deal with that somehow. A little bit of a memorial to good old Kevin. If you guys remember Kevin from Lorecraft. Yeah. So I just need to create... We've got like multiple carpets here, so the villagers will stand there and not try to pathfind. And then this glass combined with the carpet underneath it, the moss carpet. I can walk in here, but a villager's slightly taller. So just like I'm jumping and hitting this, they'll hit that little piece of glass and not be able to walk out. But you can't really see it very well. So it's a great tool. So the triple carpets underneath them is for pathfinding. It helps the server out a lot if the villagers aren't pathfinding. So back here we can put our workstation, and we should be all set to go. All right, so I've now built another structure over here. I forgot to hit record, so we've got this structure over here, and you can see I've been using mini HUD. You can see the light levels there, which is super helpful. So this is hooked up to that. So up in one of our floating islands, I have... Come on, we can do it. Nope, can't do it. I have created a little villager breeder. So we've got the ability to breed up our villagers up here, and that's going to be super, super, super good because we really need lots of villagers. So you can see I've got a taiga villager and a swamp villager. I also want to get a forest, or not a forest, a jungle villager up here. Swamp and jungle villagers don't spawn in those biomes, so you have to manually create a breeder or a village in those biomes if you want those villagers. So I've found a swamp villager. So there you go. So we got our first little villager. So villagers can breed to the current biomes village type, which in this case is plains. We built all this in the plains. But they can also spawn based on the parent type. So we can also get swamp villagers and forest villagers and taiga villagers once we have all three of those parents up there. So the babies fall down here, the water lifts them up, and then we just need a place for them to go. So the water's going to lift them up once they grow up and become adults. So I built this little cave over here, and this is where our adult villagers show up. So there you go. You can see we've got one swamp and one plains villager. So we'll get a nice variety of villagers so they don't all look the same, which I think is going to be really cool. I've never actually done that in Minecraft before, so I'm excited about that. I do need to get a jungle villager in here, but I'll do that off camera and we'll get that into the mix here. It's a lot of work to get these breeders up and running, so we'll do that later. For now, we got a nice little space here. We've got the little spot for them to drop into. We've got this cave, so they drop in there, and then over here, just so you guys can get kind of a sense of where everything's laid out, over here is our cave that we built for our, I think, masons is what we're going to put in here. So I think we'll leave one spot open, maybe, in memory of Kevin. Kevin went through a lot on the Lorecraft server. If you, oh, you know what? I got two that use the same, they're going to have the same spot to put the workstation back there. Maybe I can put one of them underneath them or something. We'll have to figure that out later. But yeah, that's okay. In any case, Kevin went through a lot on the Lorecraft servers, so we'll set up a little spot for him in memory, and that'll be fun. All right, so I've done a little bit more work down in this villager cave here. Well, a lot more work. So you can see we've now got a spot for the rail to come in, grab the villager. Got minecarts in here, so I can push a button. Minecarts will go, they'll grab the villager, bring it across here, and bring it right out to me where I can decide what happens to him. So we've got a little lever here to direct the villager towards the zombie, where he will get cured. Now, I don't have a zombie yet, but we have that. And then little villager head. And then this is where I'll drop the minecarts when I'm done with them. So we press this button, and it sends me a villager. Hello. And then I can, give him a workstation or whatever. So there we go. See, he's a mason. Isn't that nice? Okay, and then we can break that. And he goes back to normal. So let's say we turn this on and we say, all right, you are going to be zombified, and we're going to train you, and it's all going to be great. Except actually you're going to die because there's no zombie. There's just a place for him to go die. Sorry, buddy. That's not great. All right, so we need a zombie. Hello, Mr. Zombie. So for this, you need a zombie that will carry things. So you can see I tossed a piece of cobblestone on the ground, and he picked it up. So now we've got a zombie who will carry things and therefore will not despawn. I can also give him a sword so that he'll convert the villagers faster. If you give him a sharpness 5 sword, that's not rockets. They'll convert the zombies in a single hit. If you are doing this, just a note, you do have to be in hard mode. So if you're not in hard mode, the zombie will kill the villager, and the zombie also won't carry things often. So do have to be in hard mode for this to work. So if you're ever trying to do villager zombification stuff and getting their trades cheaper, has to be hard mode. Obviously, hardcore is by default has to be hard mode as well. So hardcore world, this works on as well. But you can't be on easy mode or medium difficulty, peaceful mode, anything like that. Obviously, peaceful mode because you wouldn't be able to get a zombie. But anyways, so little tidbit for you. Has to be hard mode if you want to be able to train your villagers. All right, so we got our zombie in place here. I feel like I built this slightly wrong, but it's all right. Don't use this video as a template for how to build this thing. I will figure it out and get it working. Just, yeah. I promise that's going to work. All right, we have a trained zombie. Well, we have a zombified zombie. Zombified villager. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. So we give him a weakness potion. We give him a golden apple. And we wait. Ta-da! Alright, magic of video editing. He's been cured, so now we can give him a job, and he will give us better trades. Voila! 4 instead of 10. That's still not fantastic. So we'll train him again. We'll send him back to the zombie. So off you go. Alright, so we've trained him up again, cured him. He is now giving me an emerald for every little ball of clay, which is fantastic. Probably going to need to be run through this process at least once more. Yeah, so you can see we're down to 7 instead of 20, but we want to get that to like 1 stone. We can also buy some stuff from him, some other types of stones, so that's great. All right, here we go. Off you go. And look at that. All right, so we can now trade 1 stone for an emerald, which will let us get him leveled up really nice and quickly. Also, a nice and quick, easy emerald source. So we can now do diorite, which is great. We can still do stone, which I have, so we'll just go that route. And we'll level him up again. And now we'll just have to do that about 100 more times. All right, so I've done some more work on this room. I've got a little lava fall over here, which really is just going to function as a garbage can, because you end up with so much junk when you're training villagers, and often just have junk when I'm moving around and stuff, so I can throw it away. And then here we've got a spot to request the villager, spot to drop this, so boom, that gives me a villager. And then we say, yes, train him with the zombie. Away he goes. And give it a second. Oh, you just heard that. That was him converting. And back he comes. Perfecto. And then we just press this button right up here. Hits him with a weakness splash potion. And then we grab ourselves a golden apple. And voila. Alright, so that is going to be perfect. Nice and easy, kind of all self-contained area for training up our villagers. Still going to be a long process, but you can see I've got all the workstations here, so I'm ready to create all the different villagers that I need, and I have been training up some masons. So you'll see here we've got masons, and I used glow lichen in here for lighting, so it's just barely light enough that no mobs will spawn, but love the way this is looking. And we've got a spot here which we are going to label in honor? No, in memory? I don't know. What should we put? Honorary, in honor of Kevin. You will not be forgotten. And then we'll just make that white. No, we need white dye, not bone meal. White and glow. In honor of Kevin, you will not be forgotten. Kevin, we miss you, buddy. Honorary spot just for you. So, if you haven't been watching in a while, you will have no idea what this is about. But in the Lorecraft series, we had a villager, a mason, and he just went through it. I got him fully trained up, and then he was zombified over and over. We kept getting zombies into our trading hall. It was awful, and ultimately he was the only villager who survived a massive zombie apocalypse where all of my villagers got turned into zombies, but because they were threatened by each other, it spawned an iron golem, and they all died. Except for Kevin, who survived. So, in honor of Kevin, down here we've got all of our masons. They're going to be down here. It's going to be fantastic. We now have a great source of quartz, pretty good source of emeralds too. So we've got some spots over here that we could build something, a little, cave over there. But I'm kind of thinking maybe one of these bigger buildings would be there. I mean, there's the cave back there. I don't know. I'd like to do at least one more project in this video, like one more building. Maybe that little cave back there. Oh, so hard to decide. I think we're going to go this route. I think we're going to go with this blue one, and we'll build... Really what we need is a spot for librarians next, probably, so I can stop poaching trades from other members of the server. It would be good if I had my own source of enchantment books. And yeah, I've been buying a lot of books in the shopping district. I've been borrowing from Bean and Thora and utilizing their trading hall. Thank you both for that. I have given them some diamonds for that, but yeah, it would be really good to just get my own source. That said, librarians are just a pain. I mean, it's such a pain. All right, so I've built a general building here. I'm not like super happy with these windows on the sides. I thought it was a cool idea, and now it just looks like ski goggles. Yeah, but you know what? We're gonna leave it for now. Maybe it'll grow on me. Maybe we'll do something with it later. But for now, I've got a little workstation area here. I was playing around with the purple glazed terracotta. I don't know. So you can see down here, there's moss carpets. Underneath them, I've got honey blocks. And so what that'll mean is I can put kind of a receptionist in here. And we're now ready for said receptionist. So off you go. This guy has been trained up. He has Silk Touch and Mending, which are, I mean, that's a phenomenal first two trades. So we're going to put him right up front here. Those will be really useful to have easy access to. So I routed our rail over here instead of to our little mason hall. Mason cave, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Come on. There he comes. All right, so up he's going to come and in. Fantastic. He needs some lighting. And this is a trick that I learned a while back. You can use micro blocks combined with end rods, and it looks like the micro block is the light source, even though it's actually the end rod. And it looks really cool. It just looks like a little stand lamp. It looks kind of, I don't know. It looks cool, but got all these micro blocks, and we could do shroom lights. Like, that's an actual light source, but the micro block isn't. I think snow blocks, though. I think just having the white, like that, and that. Yes, I like that. That looks really good. All right, cool. So we've now got our first librarian in, and obviously this is not a huge area for, working with librarians. So what I'm thinking is we're going to go down, and I think we might start messing around with a theme here. So the librarian, like this guy is like up here, receptionist type thing, but then there's going to be a pathway down, and we'll slowly like morph the pathway into a different feel, a different vibe. So it'll go from ruined down to less and less ruined. So you can see the stairway here, and then we got smooth slabs down here, and then this room, I think I want to go like full-blown, like high-tech. So it'll be like this is the research hall or something. Like these are all the like brainiacs who are like studying what's going on with the islands on top. So we just need to get kind of a look here. So we'll clear some out, and then we'll go gather resources. Got some deep slate from our storage area. This, I believe, sells concrete. Yes, okay, so white concrete is cool. Let's see, 1 stack for 3 diamonds. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. And there you go. It's a little pricey, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. I don't want to make concrete. So there we go. Lovely, we have concrete. And we need lots. Well, actually, we don't need lots of coral, but it takes a long time to get out here, so I'm just going to grab a ton of coral stuff, and we'll have it if we need it later. So that'll be helpful. And ta-da! Okay, so I put together kind of a new agey-ish thing. This center, like, wood floor, that's barrels. Those are upside-down barrels, which is a really cool look. If you haven't done that before, like, you can get in there, and those are, yeah. So this will be great for storing, like, all the enchanted books and stuff. All right, so here's all the stuff I harvested, all the coral. So I want, I think, to play around with a blue coral block here. I think this will look really cool. So if we put water here and then coral, that should keep it alive. Yeah, okay, so if you don't have water next to coral, then it just turns gray and it's dead coral. But that's a cool look. I like that, and it's kind of unique. Okay, so I grabbed some micro blocks here to play around with. How does that... I don't love that. That looks... All right, let's take this one out. Maybe I need not more blue. Maybe if we put like a black, like a coal block there. I feel like it takes away from the coral. I think the coral's better by itself. How about there? Yes. Okay, that I like. That looks really good. All right. So now the edges. Signs and. This is kind of a cool trick if you haven't seen it. If you use just dashes and then color it blue. When it color... Oh, whoops. Need the dye, not the flower. There we go. Blue, 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 blue. Blue, 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 blue. And now they're all blue. And then glow ink. So obviously it doesn't have to be blue. You can do this with any color. Oh, that looks so good. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, okay. Fantastic. Oh, this is fun to have kind of a different feel in part of my base than everything else. Everything else has been kind of like the ruined theme, and this is fun to go a different direction. We might have to do this with more builds. All right, so we've now got all of the librarians in. Yeah, that took so much time. Yeah, don't recommend the whole librarian thing. I don't know why. It's Fortune 3 now, though. Unbreaking 2. He's also Unbreaking 2. I forgot I had Unbreaking 2. Honestly, it took me forever to get that second Unbreaking 2, and I didn't realize I already had it. Anyways, Sweeping Edge 3. We got Fire Aspect 2. We've got Looting, Sharpness, Feather Falling. This guy has got Flame, another Mending. He's got Power, and another Feather Falling. This guy has got Protection 3, and Infinity. We've got Aqua Affinity, Efficiency, and Mending again. Got Respiration 3, and Knockback. And Efficiency 2, Smite 3, and yeah, so... Efficiency 2 was the best efficiency book that I could find, so we just gotta trade that up to get all the way up to Efficiency 5. I don't know, maybe we should convert that other villager, the other Unbreaking villager. I don't know, maybe we should replace him with a higher efficiency. Let me know what you guys think. Am I missing anything? Are there any enchantments that we need that I'm missing? I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you've got any thoughts on that. But unfortunately, that's actually all we have time for today. That has been a super productive episode, which is great. We've got a ton of villagers, and in fact, we got really all the hard ones done. So the librarians are really the hardest. So that's fantastic. Super excited about that. Super excited to see where this goes next. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, make sure you do that. And let me know if you have any thoughts on where we should take this project next. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching, and sorry about the audio quality. I am actually just getting over COVID, so it's great to be back on here. Great to be doing videos again. Thank you all. Love you all. Appreciate you all. We'll see you soon.